Welcome to week 2 of our 3-phase Qigong deep dive. Today I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a review of our first week and reviewing some of the 3-phase Qigong principles for the first phase. And if you remember last week, what we focused on were the first 2 movements of the 8 pieces of the brocade. So we're going to review those a little bit. We're also going to do some practices that help open up the middle dantian and our heart chakra energy. We're going to do something called the mountain pose that helps move the energy in the shoulders and the chest and the upper back. But first, I just wanted to recap the phase 1 principles and the most important things that we're focused on in the first phase of Qigong. And if you recall, the very first piece is uniting the mind and the body. So we want to bring the mind and the body together because that's when the magic happens, because our mind directs our energy, and if we want our body to receive energy, then our mind and body need to be connected. And also our body is always sending messages to our mind, and our mind can't listen unless it's tuned in, unless it's focused, unless it's present with the body. So then the next objective of phase 1 is releasing. And that means releasing tension physically. It means releasing negative emotion and negative energy. And it also means releasing negative thoughts or excess thoughts. So again, those first 2 is mind and the body unite, and then releasing. And then the third part really is just what occurs when we do those things is the heart opening. And that means that the bridge between the mind and the body, the middle dantian and the heart, is open. And so then the mind can really descend deeper into the body. And that's when we get to phase 2. And phase 2 really begins down in here, in the body and in the lower dantian, where we begin to center our energy and accumulate energy and fortify all of the infrastructure in our body. So today, aside from the mountain pose that we'll do, the big heart chakra opener, we'll review the brocade number 1 and brocade number 2. And then in our challenge, we're going to move on to the 3rd and 4th pieces of the brocade. And so that'll be our challenge for this week, beginning May 6th. So that'll be our main homework, is really getting the 8 pieces of the brocade down. And hopefully you've been reviewing the first 2 movements, and we'll be practicing the next 2 this week. And then the thing I'm most excited to share about today is what's called the Releasing Negative Emotions meditation. So that'll be the meditation component. And this is based on my work with the 5 elements. And I'll explain more in depth about how it works and what the principles are behind it when we get to the meditation piece, but I'm really excited to share it because it's so powerful to, 1, connect your mind and body. So in the way that it does that is by connecting you to the internal organs associated with each of the elements. But then it also helps tremendously to relieve tension and to release the negative emotion. And then the thing I'm adding this week is a journaling component, which is so helpful. If you know you're going to be writing down your experience, sometimes it helps you to be more mindful. And so in the community, after we record this content, I'll be posting it in each of the separate circles. So under the journal circle, I will share a document that is the Releasing Negative Emotions journaling pages. And that'll give you a chance to reflect on what your experience was during the meditation today. And that will really help you get deeper into the training. And I'll explain that more when we're doing the meditation. And one thing today too, I don't have my trusty earbuds. So couldn't find them. And I have 3 suspects. Number 1 are the cats, because I know I've seen them like kicking them around on the floor. That's number 1. Number 2 are my kids. They might have lost their own and they needed mine for some reason. But the 3rd, less likely, is that I just lost them. But that's definitely a possibility too. So we'll see. So I don't know how the audio will work today, but I think it's set up to where it should catch my voice, and maybe it'll work better than my earbuds and I won't have those annoying things in my ears. So we're going to get started with the main content of our practice today, the mountain pose and the review of the first 2 brocades.